everybody! Merry Christmas! I bet you'll never believe this, but I literally just filmed about a 15-minute video and realized I wasn't actually filming myself. I'm gonna redo this here. So Merry Christmas! It is December 25th, 2025. Pretty cool. And I thought for this particular video, probably the last one I'll post here in 2025, I was actually going to, instead of talking about walking down memory lane, I was actually going to walk down memory lane with you. So here I am in my favorite track. In fact, you can't even see the track anymore. So here I am in my white winter wonderland. You can't see the track. I'm kind of just following the steps that I see in the snow. Might be on the track, might be in the grass, who knows? But I'm out in my favorite place. This is definitely filled with so many memories here in Eau Claire. We were just talking at our Christmas dinner today what we will miss about Eau Claire, and there were plenty of things listed, and this is one of the things I listed that I will sadly miss. I love this place. It's very secluded. Yeah, right now it's kind of hard to walk on the track. A little bit more exercise these days as I'm clomping through all this snow, but I still love it. And this is actually a place where probably many FBS songs originated, got their start. Certainly it was a place where I have grown in my relationship with the Lord. I go on my walks these days, and one of the first things I say, if I remember, and I usually remember eventually, is "Lord, walk with me." That phrase, I'm coming to understand a little bit more, that phrase, walk with God. In fact, I kind of thought for a while it was kind of a trite phrase, like praying for you in your walk with God, and to me it seems like that's so unspecific. But now that I've begun walking very regularly, I'm kind of realizing more and more what that's like, especially when you take God on your walk with you. Of course, He's always with you, but I invite Him to go with me and try and make it a time of prayer. But on many other walks, of course, I always keep my phone with me in case inspiration hits, which a lot of times it does. But anyway, I'm on my memory lane walk in my favorite place, one of my favorite places in Eau Claire, right here in my neighborhood. In fact, I gotta remember all the things I said in my previous video, reiterating them. But right around here, I'm gonna turn my phone around. I know you can't even tell at all what I'm talking about because it's all white, so sorry about that. But I sat there one day when I was feeling especially burdened about something I felt I had zero ability to control or help or anything. I just sat there and I said, "Lord, I can't do it anymore." Probably said it out loud. If not, I was screaming it inside. And that, I believe, is when I started on the song, "I can't, but you can." And so that's a memory for me. I wanted to also here, before I get into too many other memories, I wanted to mention a Sprinkle Campaign progress report. I'm excited because I have heard from one of my donors, one of my faithful generous donors, that their check was in the mail. So I've been checking regularly every day, waiting for the rumble of the mailbox truck, and it hasn't yet arrived. And of course it's a holiday, so it's not going to arrive today, but they did eventually tell me how much they sent, and so I'm including that number in this progress report because I expect that check to show up any day, and I'm excited and grateful for it. But to date, including that check, we have raised $29,721. What? Thank you, Lord. Thank you to you for your generosity. Those of you who are out there, that bumps us up, if you round up, to 85%. Woohoo! Very, very excited for that. We still have 6 days left to raise the remaining funds of $5,279. So we are looking to the Lord to see if we can reach our goal of $35,000. I will probably wait until a few days after the new year to then post a final tally, but I'm excited to share that with you. All in all, I know that the Lord will provide for everything that we need. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the money that's been raised already. And if you happen to still want to get on the bandwagon, we still have a good chunk to raise. And we're still praying that that'll all come in. But let me mention too, our family actually leaves on the 30th. So it's Thursday today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. In 5 days, we pack up the truck and we head out. And so I will post the new address. It will be a temporary address because our family will be staying in the church parsonage temporarily until the Lord sells our home here, and then until we find a permanent home in the Grand Rapids area. So we wait on him for that. But please, if you are going to send a check, you're going to want to send it to Michigan, not Eau Claire. I'm sure it will be forwarded if it gets lost or gets in the mail and doesn't quite make it in time. But all that to say, I'll post our new address. So keep that in mind. Oh man, it's been exciting to see some things that the Lord has done to just continue to confirm our family's decision. As we have sensed very clearly, this is God's will. We're just kind of sensing that, and I love it when God just does things in our life, even if they're really small things, to just confirm that yes, this is His plan. And that's really helpful. That's really helpful as you're taking a big leap of faith, walking into the unknown. But one of those tiny things for me has been all the amazing things I have been able to sell on Facebook Marketplace. It's crazy. I was just talking to one of my friends and I said, typically my philosophy, and I don't do a ton of it, but when I sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace, I usually think to myself, just be patient. Put it on there, and even if it's a month later or 2 months later, somebody out there will want the item and they'll connect with you. So just be patient. Well, I don't have time to be patient these days, people. I leave soon. So I usually put that in the comments. Moving soon, so come get it quick. But I have not tallied up all the things that I've sold, but I have sold a lot of things. My house has been on a serious diet. If you were to weigh it, it weighs a whole lot less than it weighed a few weeks ago. I have been selling a lot of stuff on Facebook, and I'm kind of shocked because they are all selling. I just posted something today, but prior to that, I actually sold something today on Christmas Day. Anyway, she was available, I was available, so that was great. But it's been kind of crazy. It's been kind of crazy how my things are selling like hotcakes. I'm earning a nice little stash of cash for when, to furnish a house when we get to Michigan, which I'm sure will be needed. So that's just a neat way the Lord has been providing for our family. Eau Claire has been, yes, this is the memory lane video, so just a little snippet of how Eau Claire and Forever Be Sure converge. Our family moved here in 2008. April 1st was my husband's first Sunday preaching at Lighthouse Baptist Church of Eau Claire in 2008. Yes, in the middle of I don't even know, like the housing market crashed or something then. Even in that move, the Lord was very kind to us in actually selling our townhome very quickly. But anyway, we had first started Forever Be Sure with our inaugural concert, January, whatever it was, 2008. And so a few months later, we moved to Eau Claire. So our church here, Lighthouse, has been so gracious to me, to our family. I don't even like to say this, but this is how I think about it, even though it may not be a helpful way to think about it. I'm trying to change my thinking on it and even my lingo, but I'm not maybe what you might call a typical pastor's wife. When you got your pastor's wife traipsed around the country, upwards of 5 to 6 times a year with her music ministry. Well, and it's sometimes more than that, 7 times, 8 times, and then you got to factor in family vacations. So in previous years, it's less now. But our church family has been so gracious, recognizing that this is the part of our life. This is part of God's calling for me, and it's how God has gifted me and opened up opportunities. And I'm so, so thankful for a church family who accepts that and understands that and supports me and us in that. Huge blessing, huge blessing. And so I'm grateful for that. We've also done a number of music videos here in town. One at the library, one down a couple parks maybe around the area. There's a coffee shop. We did at least 2 videos in there. So it's been a good place for those kind of venues. We've had probably 5 or 6 concerts here in Eau Claire. Thankful for the times that we can make that happen on our travels. But anyway, it's been a good season. Again, I'm walking literally down memory lane. Not really on a lane, but I do walk Leslie Lane to get here. This is my ultimate favorite place to be. I know you're probably seeing most of my head in this video, but this is just a beautiful, beautiful area. Especially beautiful. Well, kind of really all times of year. I don't actually come out here in the winter much because I cannot honestly find the track. I think I'm on the track right now. Hard to tell when it's all white and it's harder to walk through. But it's so secluded, and like I said, I love to walk with God and pray, think about things, just get some quietness, just let my heart be quiet in this place rich with memory. So I am actually in the middle of finishing 2 songs. I don't think I've mentioned them on these videos quite yet, but I am working on a song. Again, it's a refreshed hymn. The lyrics were written, I believe, by John Newton. I actually came across it when I was playing through my new sing hymnal. The Goodies put out sing hymnal, and I was kind of having fun going through it and just seeing what it was like. And I came across this song that I had never heard before. I'd never read the lyrics, never heard it before. It's called Approach My Soul, the Mercy Seat. And so as I was playing through it, I immediately thought of a lady in my church who could be encouraged by these lyrics. She's just really struggling through something, and I sent her the lyrics in a Facebook message, and I thought I should give this song a try. This would be a great one. I guess maybe a tune came to my mind or something. So I have been working on an arrangement of that. If I get time in these next few days, I might see if I can wrap that one up, but no promises. Kind of a busy time for us. But I'm also super excited about the next song. It's called Brand New Good News. Brand New Good News. And I don't know if I came up with the phrase myself or if I heard it in the sermon, but regardless, it struck a chord with me. But it was also along the lines of something I had already been thinking about for a little while. Just how the gospel, I've been saved probably for 38 years. I got saved when I was a young child. But the older I get, the more I understand my salvation. And I'm sure I have so much more to go in completely understanding what I've been saved from. And I truly don't think, I think I'll have all eternity to really reflect on what a miracle and an amazing grace that is in my own life. But I'm telling you, when I talk about it, when I read about it in scripture, when I sing about it, when I hear somebody else tell me their salvation testimony, these are exciting things. These are eternal things. These are things that have ramifications for a soul for all of eternity. And they are truly what we are going to give God supreme glory for all of eternity. And so the concept is that every day I wake up to brand new good news every single day. And I hope that this song will be a reflection of that. It's a real fun one. I'm looking forward to finally getting the time to finalizing that one. I hope I haven't made you too dizzy watching this video as I clomb through the snow. But all that to say, Merry Christmas, guys! I'm actually recording this on Christmas Day. I will probably post it tomorrow. But I wanted to just pop in with a couple last memories from Forever Be Sure here in Eau Claire. I wanted to pop in and let you know how we were doing on our sprinkle campaign. Again, Let me reach in my pocket to get my numbers here. Uh-oh, did I lose my, well, I might have lost it here on the track. Somebody's gonna find out the sprinkle campaign numbers when the spring comes. I'm pretty sure we still have $5,279. I wanted to be precise, but you know what? We might not get that precise. But anyway, we are 85% raised, Lord willing, when this check comes in. I'm excited to report that, and I'm excited to see what all the Lord will bring in these next 6 days. If that happens to be you and you find yourself with a stash of cash that you want to give toward a ministry that wants to honor God with God-honoring music and highlighting His truth, hey, send a check our way. Remember, I'm going to post our Michigan address with this video so that you can make sure it gets into the right hands. Thanks for coming on my memory lane walk, guys. I'm kind of exhausted. This is a lot of work, walking through snow. But it's been a joy to connect with many of you this year. Always a joy to talk about what the Lord is leading me to write about. And thanks for the encouragement along the way. We look forward to making many more memories in the state of Michigan. And God will be with us there as well. All right. You all have a wonderful holiday season. We'll connect with you later.